Good evening, folks. Yes, this is Truth Speaking again. Coming to you amidst all the tragedy and the loss of lives and what's going on in Texas right now. Being that Houston, the entire city is almost underwater, and we have certain areas of Texas that have had over 50 inches of rain, and it went offshore into the Gulf, and it's coming back towards shore, towards Louisiana again. Remember Katrina? And I want to ask you, this isn't about black, this isn't about white, Hispanic, Jew. This is about we're all members of the human race. And let's put aside the hatred, the buffoonery, and the sickness, and donate to the Red Cross. Just one word, Red Cross, 90-999, to donate $10. Because you can send food or clothing, but right now it's the lives that have to be saved. We can all contribute. You should see, I'm proud to see white, black, and what's more deplorable is you've had a mega Christian church was closed. I'm not calling any name. I was reported to be closed, and you had Muslims. The mosques were open, and they were in water almost up to over their stomach, out fighting to save lives. Do you understand? This is what people put aside their differences to go and try to save lives. And with that, I'm going to be quick, because this isn't about this is about saving lives. Right now, people are fighting for their life in Texas and Louisiana. And I want to say something. I want to read this. This is how deplorable and disgusting some people are. Now, Tucker Carlson, on his show, gave an interview to, what is this? Her name is Tucker Carlson, debated LaDawn Jones, a BLM, Black Lives Matter supporter, who agreed with founder Patrice Culler in comparing President Trump to German Nazi leader Adolf Hitler. Now, he could have used his platform. He's rich. I mean, I know he's supposed to be so intellectually advanced. It's just another Bill O'Reilly. See, I don't watch that foolishness, that crap. Life is too short. While the entire world watches America implode because a house divided against itself cannot stand. Instead of using his platform to try to help save lives in Texas and Louisiana, 30 people are dead now that could have been alive if he used his platform. That buffoon. I don't watch it. I don't watch Fox. And especially not that kind of foolishness. Let me tell you. And it just went back and forth between him and that lady, that BLM, that Black Lives Matter supporter. Oh, it's this, and he's so upset. Why didn't he use it? Mr. Carlson, let me tell you something. If my ancestors and the ancestors of blacks were not kidnapped, put in the bottom of slave ships, and brought here against their will, and a lot of them work 16 to 17 hours a day, there wouldn't be a Black Lives Matter. And I do not support everything Black Lives Matter stands for, because you have to understand one of the pillars of BLM is that they're here to destroy the Western concept of the nucleus of the family. I'm just paraphrasing it. In other words, a man, a woman, and children. They're standing for something else. You know, I'm not about that now. Now I'm talking about the lives in Texas and Louisiana, where Houston is almost entirely underwater, Mr. Tucker Carlson. If you use your fame and your platform to try to save lives instead of stop talking about race baiting all of it, how ridiculous. And it's a disgrace. If there wasn't a KKK burning crosses and lynching innocent blacks and everybody else, and hating Hispanics and Jewish people, there wouldn't be a Black Lives Matter. And you have a lot of, and Antifa, whatever it is, there wouldn't be these groups. If there were no white nationalists, there would be no Black Lives Matter. There would be no Antifa. Do you understand? And I'm not here to support anything right now. I'm here to talk about using your platform to save lives. Mr. Tucker Carlson, God help you. You people will do anything to get ratings, to stay on TV, all the way down to the left while people out there fighting for their lives. Instead of you using your platform, Mr. Tucker Carlson, to save lives, you bring this woman on here, this lady, to talk about the whole thing is based on racism. Somebody compared President Trump to Hitler. Do you know what President Trump said? A lot of the things he said about black people, Jews and the Spanish, all Spanish are rapists and all kind of foolishness, and you're going to build a wall. But see, this is not about that. This is about saving lives. Don't you have one spark of decency about you? Let me stop. My God, pray for the country and pray for Texas and Louisiana. Pray that join us in prayer that the storm, God takes that storm out to sea and let it dissipate entirely, that no other lives are lost. Did you read about Mr. Sammy Salva? His entire family is lost. His elderly parents and his 4 great-grandchildren, Mr. Tucker Carlson. Why don't you use your platform to help save those lives, instead of bringing somebody on and talk about racism and hatred? My gosh. Lord, help us. Please help us. Help us to do your will, Lord. What a sick world this is turning into without Christ. Let's pray, folks. Let's bring God back in the United States. Let's pray. And pray for those who are in Texas and Louisiana. Pray for them. Donate $10 to Red Cross. Help somebody. God bless.